Origins. In ancient times, people were unable to cure diseases through medical treatment because of a lack of relevant knowledge, but they found pleasure and relaxation in dance. A painted pottery bowl, excavated from a Neolithic tomb in Shangsunjia village, Qinghai, portrays ancient people dancing. The pottery belongs to the Ma Jiayao culture, which dates back 5,000 years. According to Lu's Spring and Autumn Annals, compiled by Lu Buwei, and Grand History, written by Luo Mi, during the time of Emperor Yao, the rivers and ditches were blocked, and the water stagnant. The weather was damp and overcast, and the air was stifling. Many people suffered from stasis, with stiff muscles and swollen feet. People gradually took to dancing to relieve the stiffness in their joints and eliminate edema. This activity was known as the Da Wu, or Great Dance. In contrast, Yellow Emperor's Canon of Medicine records that the dance originated on the Central Plains. The land in the center was flat and damp, and all plants grew prosperously there. The people had many things to eat, but did not have to work, so they mostly suffered from diseases like limb faintness, cold and heat, and their preferred treatment was Daoyin and massage. We see that Da Wu is directly related to Daoyin. Numerous ancient texts indicate that Daoyin was a healthcare and bodybuilding exercise in ancient times, which combined breathing control, body and limb movements. Concentration of mind with local massage. In the pictures of Daoyin exercises unearthed from the tomb of the Han Dynasty at Mawangdui in Changsha, Hunan Province, we can see many examples of individuals moving in ways that are characteristic of dancing. Both written records and unearthed cultural relics provide evidence that our ancestors engaged in dancing as a means of physical rehabilitation. In 2007, the Health Qigong Administrative Center of the General Administration of Sport of China organized a group of experts to do research into Daoyin and dance of ancient China, and their research results were compiled in this book. Guided by the principle of harmony between man and nature, and centered on the theory of visceral coordination, the compilation combined sport physiology, sport biochemistry, sport psychology, and athletic training. Health Qigong, Da Wu, is a set of joint relief and dancing exercises with graceful movements, and combines breathing with concentration of mind to achieve balance between body and soul and keep fit. Characteristics. The major feature of Da Wu is the relief of the discomfort of stasis and the achievement of joint flexibility through dance. The first and major feature of Da Wu is the achievement of flexibility in the joints and the relief of the discomfort of stasis, that is, to liberate the joints and channels and regulate and improve the meridian system, qi, and blood of the limbs and body through flexing and circular rotating movements of the joints of the hips, knees, ankles, toes, shoulders, elbows, wrists, palms, and fingers. At the same time, dance movements such as pulling, stretching, rotating, shaking, and rubbing are used to relieve the joints, muscles, and blood vessels, and the corresponding channels, and improve the circulation of the qi and blood. The second feature of Da Wu is the direction of dancing movements with your mind. According to the Chinese traditional medicine, the mind is the external expression of the functional activities of the essence, qi, blood, fluid, internal organs, meridian channels and limbs of the human body, the activities of consciousness and spirit, and the controller of the life activities of the human body. Da Wu is expressed in the form of graceful dance, and its charm, rhythmical movements, aesthetic sense, and pleasure are all closely related to peace of mind. Therefore, the exercise lays emphasis on the use of the mind to lead the dance posture and style, the use of pleasure to render the dance posture graceful, and the use of dance posture to bring harmony to the heart. Changes in dance posture direct the movements of the whole body and promote the action of the joints and muscles, helping to shape the figure. The third feature of Da Wu is ancient simplicity, moving outside but dancing inside. Da Wu is inherited from ancient culture. Its movements are gentle and its rhythms are slow. This feature is mainly derived from the movements of internal dancing and external movement. Internal dancing refers to the movements of the internal organs and meridian channels and their steady changes. External movement means that the human body is an organic whole and its internal movements are externally apparent. It is necessary to achieve the purpose of integrating the internal activities with the external movements through graceful dancing, so that the external dancing movements exert a positive influence on the internal physiological activities. The fourth feature of Da Wu is flexible body and charm, followed by will and qi. Body refers to external physical gestures and movements. Charm means regularity and internal expression. When the charm of art is combined with the external movements, the two form the unique rhythms and appeal of Da Wu. The body and charm of Da Wu are expressed mainly in the changes of the opening and closing of yin and yang, in following the will and qi. For example, the spine rubbing exercise is performed with the chest as the base point, making movements such as closing, containing, bending, and sinking, as well as opening, expanding, stretching, facing upward, and dispersing, which correspond to the functions of the lung responsible for directing qi, breathing, and dispersing qi and blood all over the body. The fifth feature of Da Wu is the combination of firmness and softness to regulate the flow of qi. The movements of Da Wu are relaxed, gentle, and slow, but they generate the beauty of the masculine. The whole set of movements displays the rhythms of the motion, but also embodies the traditional health-preserving ideas of combining yin and yang, and combining firmness and softness. In practicing Da Wu, the chest and abdomen expand, contract, rise and fall with the changes of the pulling, rotating, and stretching movements of the dance. Natural breathing leads to natural regulation of the qi flow, thus helping to soften and massage the internal organs. Movements. Initial stance. Stand naturally. Tuck the chin in slightly. Head upright. Neck straight. Back straight. Chest relaxed. Body upright. Lips and teeth closed. The tip of the tongue flat and lightly touching the upper jaw. Breathe naturally with a smile. Slowly raise the hands with palms upward from the abdomen to the height of the diaphragm. Turn the palms outside and slant them upward. Bend arms slightly. Inhale in coordination, with a little pause, eyes looking forward and upward. Bend the arms, withdraw them inward, and press the palms down to the height of the navel. At the same time, bend the knees and exhale, eyes looking forward and downward. Pulling up Bai Hui acupoints on the head. Keep the whole body upright and breathe naturally. Relax the shoulders, relax the waist and abdomen. Push the sacrum down and raise the buttocks slightly. Qi flows to the dantian, pubic region. Keep calm with a smiling face. The effect of the initial stance is to make qi flow to the dantian, to relieve the internal organs and relax the muscles and bones. It also helps promote the circulation of qi and blood and to get prepared for the exercise. In the meantime, it keeps the mind at peace. When the mind is at peace, the qi is held. When the qi is held, the expression is controlled. This is good for psychological regulation. Step 1. Hold head high and chin up, Ang Shou Shi. Movement 1. Move the left foot to the left. Move both arms upward and extend them horizontally. Elbows bent slightly, palms facing up. Inhale in coordination, eyes looking forward. Motion 2. Bend the knees. At the same time, raise the head and the sacrum and drop the shoulders and elbows. Exhale in coordination with a little pause, eyes looking upward and forward. Movement 3. Straighten both legs naturally and tuck the chin in. Straighten the trunk. Extend the arms outward horizontally to both sides. Inhale in coordination. Move the left foot back to the right foot, and at the same time, move the arms upward to form a circle. Press the palms down, and at the same time, bend the knees. Inhale in coordination, eyes looking forward, and move the right foot to the right, and make the same movements. When crouching and arching backward, pull the shoulders, the head, and the sacrum towards Shendao acupoint between the shoulders and push them firmly. When pulling and pushing them, have the shoulders slightly forward and the head and sacrum slightly backward. When crouching down, drop the shoulders and elbows and press the wrists to stretch the wrist joints fully. When rising and standing erect, first relax the shoulders, and then the head and the sacrum. Repeating the movement of arching the back helps draw the inner vertebral joints. Crouching down and stimulating Shendao acupoint helps strengthen the lower limbs and balance power, and improve the functions of the spinal column, heart, and lungs. Arching the spinal column and extending the chest and abdomen helps improve the blood distribution in the chest and abdomen. Step 2. Open hips, Kai Kwa Shi. Move the left foot forward 30 degrees to the left to form a left bow stance. At the same time, raise the arms from the two sides above the head. Move the right foot to the inner side of the left foot, the toe on the ground, and the heel raised to form a T stance. Left knee bent slightly. Rotate the right leg outward. Swing the hips to the left. Spread the arms to the two sides and extend them outward. The left arm to the shoulder height and the right arm up 45 degrees, above to the right, in an arc form, palm facing Yu-Jin acupoint on the back of the head. Fingertips up. Exhale in coordination with a little pause. Eyes looking at the left hand. Straighten the left knee and move the right foot forward to the right to form a right bow stance. At the same time, lift the arms upward on the sides above the head, elbows bent slightly. Inhale in coordination. Move the left foot forward to the left to form a left bow stance. Bend the knees. Rotate the left leg outward. Swing the hips to the right. Spread the arms to the two sides and extend them outward. Do the open hips exercise in both directions once with a forward step and once with a backward step. Move the left foot to the left, feet apart at shoulder width. At the same time, extend the arms horizontally to both sides. Inhale in coordination. Press the palms downward to navel height in front of the abdomen. Bend the knees. Exhale in coordination, eyes looking down, forward. When swinging the hips to the left and right, the corresponding leg should be rotated outward fully. When the arms are spread, the shoulder blades should be pulled to the sides. When swinging the hips to the left or right, use the sides of the coastal regions to coordinate and draw the swinging. Pull the caudal vertebra and cervical vertebra one by one. When the spinal column is flexed and extended sideways, the execution of the movements will vary from person to person, depending on their suppleness. By opening, closing, and rotating to pull and extend the shoulders and hips, the exercise helps use the major joints to drive the small joints and ease the joints. By flexing and extending the shoulders and arms through the spine from the sides when opening the hips, extend the arms to both sides to draw the coastal regions with Da Duan acupoint on the lateral side of the big toe, touching the ground, to turn outward to restore the normal flow of the liver qi and promote the qi and blood flow and increase the strength of the lower limbs and improve their balance. Step 3. Extend waist. Chen Yao Shi. Turn the right foot inward and shift the body weight from left to right with the left heel as the axis. Tiptoe turned outward and the body turned to the left. At the same time, raise the knees and put the palms together by the diaphragm and raise them slightly. Kick the left foot out. Tiptoe turned up to form a left bow stance, eyes looking forward. Extend the palms forward and upward. Bend the upper body. Tuck the chin in. Keep the inner sides of the upper arms against the ears, eyes looking down and forward. Inhale in coordination with a little pause. Raise the right heel. Extend the left knee slightly. Continue to extend the arms forward and upward. Shift the body weight backward. Turn the toes of the left foot up, hips up, waist down, and chest out. Move the palms back to the chest and exhale in coordination. Rise. Straighten the right leg slowly. Bend the left knee slightly. Stretch the palms forward and upward and raise the right heel. Continue to extend the arms forward and upward. Shift the body weight backward. Move the palms back to the chest. Rise. Turn the left foot inward and shift the body weight from right to left with the right heel as the axis. Tiptoe turned outward and the body turned to the right. Repeat the movement on the left side in the opposite direction. In this exercise, one forward extension and one return backward constitute a routine. First, do 2 rounds on the left, and then 2 rounds on the right. Turn the right foot inward, the sole of the right foot turned inward, feet parallel at shoulder width. At the same time, bend the knees, move the palms apart, and turn them down. Press the palms down to the height of the navel. Exhale in coordination, eyes looking down, forward. When the palms are put together, maintain a hollow between them. When stretching forward, use the hands and feet to extend and draw with strength from both ends. When stretching forward, the arms, body, and rear leg form a straight line. When the body weight is shifted backward, thrust out the hips and lower the waist fully. When the foot is moved forward, make sure to avoid placing the feet in a straight line. And when stretching forward, make sure to avoid using sudden force and rigid force. There should be tension in relaxation. Perform the stretching movements slowly and gently. Keep stretching and pulling slowly from both ends with the hands and feet. Draw the joints apart one by one. Stretch the muscles and pull the bones. Open Du meridian channel and regulate Sanjiao meridian channel to promote the smooth circulation of the qi and blood in the muscles, ligaments, and soft tissues around the joints. Arching the lower back, turning the coccyx up, thrusting the chest, raising the head, putting the palms together, and withdrawing them to before Tanzhong acupoint can all help regulate the circulation of the qi and blood of Ren and Du meridian channels and improve the functions of the heart and lungs. By drawing and pulling the spinal column in the opposite direction, it helps improve the performance of the cervical vertebra and the lumbar vertebra, as well as the joints of the lower limbs. Step 4. Shake body. 整体式. Straighten the legs. At the same time, raise the arms from the sides and extend them horizontally. Inhale in coordination, eyes looking forward. Bend the knees to form a horse stance. At the same time, drop the arms behind the elbows and move the arms back to the breadth of the shoulders in an arc form. Press the palms down to the height of the navel. Exhale in coordination, eyes looking at the palms. Bend the fingers one by one, from the small finger to the index finger. Clench fists tightly, with the thumbs nipping the inner sides of the fingers, and move the hands back in front of the abdomen, fists lightly touching the sides of the navel. Shift the body weight to the right. Bend the left knee and raise it high with toes up. Turn the forearms inward until the backs of the fists press against each other. Wrists raised naturally. Move the fronts of the fists past the ears to above the head. Elbows bent slightly and inhale in coordination. Straighten the legs slowly. At the same time, lower the arms and change the fists into palms, with Hugu acupoints on the backs of the hands, lightly beating Dan meridian channel, on the midline on the outer side of the thigh. Then, raise the arms to 45 degrees on each side. Move the left foot to the left. Turn the body to the right, with the left arm rotating outward. Move the right hand to draw an arc to the midline on the back of the body, palm up, with the fingers bent, and inhale in coordination. Bend the legs. At the same time, turn the body back to the front, with the inner side of the left fist beating the lower dantian lightly, and the radial side of the right fist beating the sacrum lightly at the same tune. Straighten the legs slowly. At the same time, turn the body 90 degrees to the right. Change the fists into palms. Extend the left hand to the right, and vice versa. Turn the body back to the front, with arms extending horizontally to both sides. This exercise is done once to the right and once to the left in one routine. Execute the routine twice. Do the same movements in opposite directions. Continue from the finish of the second execution. Straighten the legs slowly. At the same time, change the fists into palms, moving upward to form a circle, and inhale in coordination. Then, bend the legs. At the same time, press the palms downward to the height of the navel, in front of the abdomen, and exhale, eyes looking down and forward. When raising the knees or arms, extend the waist upward at the same time. The height of the raised knees varies from person to person. Raise the knees and the clenched fists in coordination. When moving the legs downward, relax. When thrusting out the buttocks and straightening the knees, the power comes from the inertia of the movements. Relax the shoulders, drop the elbows, and draw the wrists. When the arms beat down meridian channel, execute the movements of beating chi-high acupoint and the sacrum synchronously, with the power coming from the inertia of the dropping of the arms. The health effects are to increase the flexibility of the waist by turning the Dai meridian channel and spinal column. Beat Dan meridian channel to shake Dantian. Muster the genuine energy and generate the primordial energy so that the qi is directed, the muscles are nourished, and the blood is circulated to increase the capability to resist illness. Execute the movement of passive traction through the inertia of the body and the four limbs, and under the action of the practitioner's own weight, extend the joints to pull the joints of the hips, knees, and malleoli to relieve any damage caused by long time overwork. This helps keep the joints of the lower limbs in good condition, or helps them to recover from any damage. Step 5. Rub backbone. Rou, Ji Shi. Move the right foot back to the inner side of the left foot. The sole of the right foot on the ground to form a right T stance. Wave the arms to the left, eyes looking at the left hand, and inhale. Drive the right leg outward. At the same time, swing the hips to the left and bend the body to the side, and drive the left arm upward to the right. and move the right hand to under the left armpit. Rise, extend the left arm, move the feet apart, bend the right knee slightly, and move the left foot back to the inner side of the right foot. Left sole on the ground to form a T-stance. Move the arms downward and swing them to the right, eyes looking at the right hand. Inhale in coordination and drive the left leg outward. At the same time, swing the hips to the right and bend the body to the sideways with a short pause. This exercise is done once to the right and once to the left in a routine. Execute the routine twice. Continue from the last movement of the repetition. Move the left foot apart from the right, leg straight. At the same time, raise the arms upward to form a circle. Then, bend the knees. Press the palms down to the navel level before the abdomen. Exhale in coordination, eyes looking down and forward. When starting or finishing the movement of the feet, the movements should be light. When withdrawing the hips and raising the knees, use the waist to help. When turning or swinging the arms to the right or left and above, the movements from waist to chest and from the shoulders to the hands should be gentle, slow, and fluent. Breathe in when moving the arms upward and breathe out when moving them down. The range of the movements varies from person to person. Sideways bending and extension of the spinal column helps to enhance the flexibility of the ligaments and the power of the muscles surrounding the joints of the spinal column. Sideways bending and extension of the spinal column and the rotation of the legs outward help restore the normal flow of the liver qi and ventilate the lung qi. Step 6. Swing hips by Tun Shu. Draw the cervical vertebra, thoracic vertebra, lumbar vertebra, and sacrum from above to below. Press the palms downward, backs of hands against each other. Straighten the legs, raise the arms, turn the tiptoes, and raise the arms upward to put the palms together. Bend the knees with eyes looking down and forward. Keep the head upright and neck straight, and move the buttocks to the left and forward slowly. At the same time, push the palms to the left and forward slowly. Inhale in coordination. With a little pause, eyes looking down, forward on the left. Relax the buttocks and arms and return to the original position, and inhale in coordination. Move the buttocks to the right and forward slowly. At the same time, push the palms to the right and forward slowly. Inhale in coordination, eyes looking down, forward. This exercise is done once to the right and once to the left in a routine. Execute the routine twice. Draw a flat, clockwise circle with sacrum and palms as the points respectively. Keep the head upright and the neck straight. move the buttocks to the left. At the same time, push the palms to the left, eyes looking down and forward. With the sacrum as the point, draw 2 flat clockwise circles. At the same time, with the wrists as the axis and the middle fingertip as the point, draw 2 flat clockwise circles, eyes following the tracing of the circle. Continue the movement on completion of the second circle, and move the sacrum and palms forward, and return them to the original position in an arc. Draw 2 flat counterclockwise circles with sacrum and palms as the points, respectively. On completion of the second counterclockwise circle, move the palms apart and double the fingers from the pinky to the thumb in this order, and turn the wrists. Thrust the palms backward from under the armpits to below the shoulder blades. Palm centers facing backward, fingertips down. Straighten the legs slowly. At the same time, press the palms downward to Huan Tiao acupoint. Inhale in coordination. Turn the arms outward gradually. Raise them upward from the sides and lift them up to form a circle. Bend the knees and at the same time, move the palms in front of the body and press them downward to the navel height. Inhale in coordination, eyes looking down, forward. When swinging the hips to the left or right, with the sacrum as the focal point, keep the hands and the sacrum in the same direction, with the eyes following the movement of the hands and looking down and forward. The range of movement should increase. Don't try to exceed your body's limitations. When swinging the hips, use the sacrum to drive the movement of the spinal column and the limbs. This produces a massaging effect on the spinal column and internal organs. It can relieve the internal organs and increase the flexibility of the joints of the waist and buttocks. Turning with the palms together can help push, massage, draw, and pull the joints of the shoulders, elbows, wrists and fingers. The regulation of Ren and Chong meridian channels and Dai meridian channel helps relieve the strains on the muscles of the lumbar and legs. Step 7. Massage ribs. More leisure. Straighten the legs. At the same time, raise the arms sideways and extend them horizontally. Inhale in coordination, eyes looking forward. Shift the body weight to the right, sole of the left foot inward, and then turn the body to the right. Drive the right foot outward with the toes of the right foot turned up. Bend the body forward to drive the arms to draw circles. Move the left arm downward until the left palm center touches the right tiptoe lightly. At the same time, move the right arm backward and upward. Exhale in coordination, eyes looking down and forward. Move the right palm back to under the right armpit. Push and rub the base of the right palm downward along the midline of the armpit to below the hip joint. Move the right hand forward to draw an arc upward. And move the left palm upward in an arc from the outer side of the left hip to under the left armpit. At the same time, move the right foot backward to form a left empty stance. Turn the body to the left and exhale in coordination. Eyes looking at the right hand. Move the left foot backward. Turn the body to the right. Rub the base of the left hand. Rise and move the right palm upward to under the right armpit. Take 4 steps backward, and on the 4th step, turn the right sole and toes up and bend the body forward. Press the left palm downward, left palm center, lightly touching the right tiptoe. Extend the arm up, backward, and raise. The sole of the right foot turned inward. Turn the left sole and tiptoe up. Turn the body left to raise the arms and draw horizontal circles. Bend. Press the right palm center, lightly touching the left tiptoe. Extend the left arm back upward and exhale in coordination. Eyes looking down to the front. In this movement, move back 4 steps and rub the ribs 4 times on the left. Move back 4 steps and rub the ribs 4 times on the right. Rub the ribs 4 times for one routine, and execute the routine once each in the left and right directions. When it comes to the last movement on the right, turn the sole of the left foot inward, with the right heel grinding inward. Rise and turn the body upright. Extend the arms horizontally to the front, upward, to form a circle. Inhale in coordination. Bend the knees. Press the arms down to navel height and exhale in coordination. Eyes looking down to the front. When turning the body to the left or right, use the waist to drive the spinal column. The ribs should be pushed and rubbed one by one, and smoothly and continuously. As the exercise requires a high degree of coordination of the body, a movement can be separated into parts at the beginning of teaching and practicing. The action of swinging the arms, grasping the feet, and bending the legs help enhance the flexibility of the shoulder joints and the pliability of the lower limbs. Massaging the ribs on both sides and Da Bao acupoint with the hands and twisting the spinal column helps soothe the liver and activate the function of the spleen. The exercise requires a high degree of bodily coordination. Practicing these challenging movements helps increase the degree of bodily coordination. Step 8. Flying stance. 飞身式. Raise the left knee and at the same time, raise the arms from two sides and inhale in coordination, eyes looking forward. Move the left foot forward to the left. Extend the arms down, forward. Exhale in coordination, eyes looking down and forward. Shift the body weight to the left and raise the right knee, the tiptoe down. At the same time, raise the arms from both sides and exhale in coordination, eyes looking forward. Move the right foot forward to the right. Move the arms down and walk 4 steps forward by repeating the above-mentioned movements. But land the right foot by the inner side of the left foot for the 4th step to keep the feet together. Knees bent slightly, arms down, legs straight. Move the left arm upward to draw an arc and extend it forward. Move the right arm downward 45 degrees to draw an arc. And swing it down backward and rotate the body right. At the same time, turn the left arm outward and the right arm inward. Rotate the body back until they are extended horizontally to both sides. Bend the knees and press the palms down, eyes looking down and forward. Follow the forward steps with backward steps and repeat the above-mentioned steps. Move the right foot backward first. In this exercise, move forward 4 steps for one cycle and backward 4 steps for another. Do each routine once. When it comes to the last backward movement, rotate the body back. Turn the right arm inward and left arm outward until they are extended horizontally to both sides, palms up. When the body rises or falls, or a foot is moved forward or backward, the spinal column moves forward or backward slightly. When arcs are drawn with the arms, the movements should be continuous, relaxed, and natural. Move forward or backward steadily and breathe in coordination. Don't move the feet after they are put together. When the trunk is rotated fully to the left or right, both arms should be drawn and pulled up and down and rotated. The rotations should be centered on the spinal column. The head should be held level and turned slowly. Use the arms to affect the rise and fall of the qi and blood in the body, the movement of the spinal column, and its rotation to the right or left. Draw sanjiao, ren, du, and dai meridian channels to regulate the qi and blood flow in the whole body and make preparation for the ending stance. Massage the internal organs by moving the chest and abdomen up and down, and rotate the spinal column to stimulate the central nervous system and the nerve roots to draw the internal organs, helping restore and treat injured soft tissues. Manipulate the bone setting of the small joints of the spinal column and remove any obstructions in the channels to promote the blood flow. stance. Move the arms upward to form a circle above the head and inhale in coordination, eyes looking forward. When pressing the palms down to navel height, turn the palms center inward, palms down, and exhale in coordination, eyes looking down, forward. Moving the palms upward to form a circle and pressing the palms down to the diaphragm level, make up one routine. Execute the routine 3 times. Continue from the finish of the 3rd cycle. Relax both arms and drop them down naturally, eyes looking forward. When moving the arms upward to form the circle and drawing the chi back to the origin, use the lower dantian as the center and show internal restraint. Suspend the movements for a short pause when the palm centers face the lower dantian. The movements should be relaxed, soft, natural, and fluent. Be calm and relaxed. Hold the chi and control the mind. The health effect of this movement is to relax the mind and draw the chi back to the origin.